Today I am going to review a pair of Alden Indy Boots, which is the 403 model using Halloween's Chrome XL leather. Now, I know there's been a lot of discussions about these boots, but I thought I'd just share my perspective. So when I first bought these boots, I didn't know as much as I do now about footwear, because now, I've obviously watched all the great informative videos from Rose Anvil, who's taught me a lot. So keep that in mind. So don't flame me. Please don't flame me online. It was 15 years ago I got these, so I, had a different expectation and knowledge base back then compared to now. So what do I think of these boots? So I've worn them for 15 years, not knowing that they were, inferior quality boots. But of course, now I know better, I can give you this review. So you can see that these boots, they use Halloween's Chrome XL leather, which is a chrome tan leather. And so, that's a highly inferior leather because, chrome tanning is just really cheap. And look at that, it's all wrinkled and creased and so discolored here. And so, I would expect that having these boots for 15 years now, and, doing all sorts of things like hiking in Joshua Tree and wearing them to clubs and having, girls step on them with their heels, I would expect them to be, in better shape than they are, to be honest. And you can see that there's all these scuffs. So, they are still in one piece though. So at least I give them credit for that, right? Still in one piece after going to, over 35 countries and wearing them 3 times a week for 15 years, but not the best shape, right? Not the best shape. And I think a lot of people now know for the price that you pay, yeah, you could do better. You could do better. But let's have a look at some of the other reasons why they could do better. They've also got this leatherboard midsole, and as you can see with that leatherboard midsole, it's really flimsy, right? See that leather welt and leather midsole and that leather board heel stack. I mean, these things could come apart at any moment in time, right? So now that I'm aware that that's a real risk, I probably wouldn't be, walking up any stairs with these anymore, because if they do crumble on me, I might be in deep trouble. So just, that's one thing you have to be aware about. And let's talk about the sole. They have this, I guess they call it a neocork sole. I've got a sticker there of some sort, but they've got this thing called a neocork sole, and I guess people complain about this not being the most comfortable. I guess, I've worn these so much that they probably were really uncomfortable to the point where my feet got numb. So I can't tell what comfort means anymore. And so that's actually been one of the side effects of wearing these boots for such a long period of time. So are these comfortable? I can't tell. Only you can tell me. But that's the risk that you run by wearing shoes with this neocork sole. And the other thing about the neocork sole is that, look at it. I think it's starting to flake now. So, it's not like I've done any hard work in these other than just, a bit of hiking out in the desert and going to clubs, stomping on rats in the subway. But they really should hold up much better than they do after 15 years. But I did have to resole these, reheel these. I've done it once or twice actually, because the heel does wear down much faster. So would I buy these again? Well, would I? I don't know. I mean, with what I know now, and how much these now cost, I think they're 600 USD, which is a lot of money, right? It's a lot of money for chrome tanned leather and leatherboard and I mean, let me think. I have worn them for 15 years, 3 times a week. Let's do the math there. It's probably cost me maybe a third of a cent per wear, right? But I do feel like the enjoyment of boots that cost a third of a cent per wear, should be much higher with much higher quality materials. So, they're using leatherboard like other cheaper manufacturers. They're using this inferior Chrome XL leather that can be found in much cheaper brands. And I've also had to replace the laces as well, like after like 5 years of use. So those laces are definitely, you know, on the flimsy side. But yeah, I'll probably, you know, just wear them, but I won't wear them in conditions where the leatherboard may fall apart and you know, save myself the health and safety hazard of that. But I'll wear them maybe, you know, indoors to if I'm going down to collect my mail now. I think that's as far as I go with these, just given my now new knowledge of what kind of materials go into this pair of 15-year-old Alden Indy boots. Enjoy. I hope that was helpful.